Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red Omega for episode 28 of the playthrough. Here we are back at the Seafoam Islands, and I am incredibly excited to get this episode underway for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm always excited for every episode of this playthrough. I've got to tell you guys, this series has really rekindled my love of the Pokemon franchise. I look forward to every episode every single day. It is so much fun. The second reason is we are at the Seafoam Islands. Like I said, I love this area. It's one of my favorite locations in any Pokemon game ever, and I haven't been here in like 5 years or so, so no doubt I'm going to get lost, I'm going to get confused, but I welcome that because I love this location and I really like the reward that we find at the very end of this tunnel. And the third and final reason, the biggest reason why I'm excited for today's episode is because I have made a very, very important decision. I have decided who the sixth and final Pokemon for our team is going to be, and while I explain what Pokemon that is going to be, I would like to show you guys footage from yesterday's video. As you guys can see, Ditto is a really fun and interesting Pokemon, but man is he painful to raise. He can take like a 20-minute episode and turn it into a 60-minute episode because it takes so freaking long for him to actually win his battles. He is so dependent on what the other Pokemon is that it's almost painful to just have him as part of our team. Like, I was not having that much fun with him, and you guys agreed in the comments of yesterday's episode. You said, you know what? Ditto's a cool Pokemon, but I don't think he's right for this series, and I completely agree. So I've decided Ditto is not going to be our sixth Pokemon, and so then I had to figure out, well, who is going to be our sixth Pokemon? At first, I thought, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and run around with 5 Pokemon for a while, and eventually we'll find our sixth, and I'll pick him up, and that'll be that. But instead of just waiting on that to happen, I decided to be a bit more proactive, and I decided to go into the Safari Zone, where, of course, we can find a bunch of rare and interesting Pokemon. I was recording myself live, but I decided to cut my live commentary because I was in there today for about 2 hours or so, just hunting down all sorts of different Pokemon. I saw so many cool and rare Pokemon in there, and as you guys can see, I also captured a bunch of those Pokemon, but ultimately I decided on just one of them, and that Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen, is Toros. I am so excited to announce that Toros is the sixth and final Pokemon of our team. Some of you may be thinking, Nero, what the heck? Why would Toros be the final Pokemon of our team? Well, allow me to explain. He fills a very important role in our team, while at the same time, he's unique and fun. So Toros, for those who don't know, is a normal type that is known for his high attack and his high speed. Looking at his stats here, you're going to notice that our Toros has lower attack than the average Toros, and that's because we happen to catch a bold Toros, which for those who don't know, the bold nature lowers your physical attack, but increases your physical defense, which in competitive Pokemon would be a bad thing for Toros, but since we're playing against the AI, I think it's actually going to help us in the long run, because our Toros is going to be bulkier than the average Toros, not to mention it has the ability Intimidate, which is going to lower the foe's attack, which is going to further make it a bit of a wall. So if we're facing a physical attacker, Toros is going to be able to live for quite a long time, while at the same time it's very fast and its physical attack is still going to be pretty good. The downside is the Toros I happen to capture does not have very good moves. Scary Face is pretty terrible, Pursuit is fantastic, I will be keeping that, Swagger is bad, and Rest is bad, but I have plenty of TMs and HMs that I plan to teach Toros, which are definitely going to help it out quite a bit, and not to mention it's a normal type, and I'm very excited to have a normal type on the team because normal Pokemon can actually help us out in a lot of different situations. For those who don't know, normal Pokemon are not super effective against anything, but really nothing resists them either, which means most of the time they're going to have a pretty good matchup. The two bad matchups for a normal type would be fighting a fighting type, because fighting Pokemon are super effective against normal, and facing a ghost type, because ghost Pokemon resist all normal moves, but we're going to be keeping Pursuit, so that's not even that big of a deal, right? So he's going to be good in the vast majority of situations. I'm going to be giving it this Soothe Bell, which is an item that I never thought I would use. What it does is it makes the holder calm and friendly. So basically it's going to increase the friendliness of the Pokemon, which you would think, well, how's that going to help you out here? It's a Toros. He's an angry bull. You don't want him to be happy. The reason why we want him to be happy is because I'm going to be teaching him, again, a move that I never thought I would end up using. That move is going to be Return. This attack grows more powerful the more the user likes its trainer. So once I get Toros up to to 100, like maximum happiness, which that Soothe Bell is going to help that. This move will do 102 damage with 100 accuracy, and because it's a normal move, he will get stab bonus. That's pretty freaking insane. Not to mention, Toros, like I said, is like one of the faster Pokemon in the game. Like, now he's not the fastest ever, but he's got above average speed, which is definitely going to help out quite a bit. So once we get that happiness all the way up, which it may be up already, I don't even freaking know, he is going to be pretty hard-hitting with this return ability. And we can also teach it a couple of other moves, like Strength, right? We've been waiting, like, this entire playthrough to be able to use Strength, and we've been wondering who we're going to teach Strength to. Why not teach it to Toros, right? It's a normal move, therefore he gets stabbed. It has 100 accuracy and 80 damage, and we can also move around boulders with it. That seems like a pretty good move. We have a couple of other TMs here I would like to teach my Pokemon as well. So we're going to drop, I guess we'll drop Swagger. We can keep Rest for now, but I will be getting rid of that. Based on my research, I think Toros is going to learn Thrash in just one level, and then we'll replace Rest with that, I think. I was looking through my TMs here, and why didn't anybody tell me how good Sunny Day was? It's so freaking good. We're going to be teaching it to our Typhlosion. So Sunny Day, the tooltip here, it doesn't seem that helpful, right? The sun blazes for 5 turns, powering up fire moves. So it's like, okay, your fire moves do a little bit better. But no, it turns out your fire moves are like 50% better or something like that. It's a pretty high number. And it also does a bunch of other things that it doesn't actually tell you. Like, for example, it makes it so solar beams are instant. It makes it so water move damages are halved while it's a sunny day out. It makes it so the move Thunder has like 50% less accuracy. Like, it does a bunch of extra things as well, which I think is going to be pretty helpful. I think we are going to go ahead and drop our Flame Wheel. We have Flamethrower. I really don't see a reason why we should have to have 2 flame moves. Let's just keep Flamethrower, and we will replace Flame Wheel with Sunny Day. And we have a couple other moves here in the TM case, but I think this is all I really want to do as of right now in terms of teaching my Pokemon different stuff. But I definitely think this is going to help us out throughout the entirety of this playthrough, is using some of these moves here. Now, I could teach a couple of these other ones. For some reason, like Aerial Ace, for example, Typhlosion can learn that. I don't know why he can learn that, but he can. Shockwave, which is an electric attack that does 60 damage and cannot be evaded. Look at the Pokemon that can learn this. Why can Toros learn Shockwave? He's a freaking wild bull. Makes no sense whatsoever, but he can learn that. I'm not going to teach it to him because he has really bad, like really freaking bad special attack. But regardless, ladies and gentlemen, there it is, the 6th and final Pokemon for our team. I'd love to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below. No doubt some people won't like the idea, but I'm very excited about the idea of Toros. I think he's going to help us out in a lot of different situations. If there's one thing I hate to keep going back to the same screen here, but if there's one thing I don't like about this decision, it's that we still lack a big physical defense wall, which you don't really need to have a bunch of walls on your team. Like Golem obviously is really good against physical attacks, and Toros to an extent is also good against them, but we don't have like a big wall like Snorlax, for example. And I did consider Snorlax because Snorlax has a lot of special defense. He also has more base attack than Toros, but I feel as though Toros is just a lot more fun and a lot more unique. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's head inside the Seafoam Islands. It's been such a long time. No doubt I am going to get lost in here, but we're also going to find a bunch of cool Pokemon, I imagine, as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. And we also need to have Toros and his strength to actually be able to get through here. There's a Snorunt. So, oh, that's a cool little sprite that Toros has. So when I first saw this Snorunt, I haven't seen one of these things in so freaking long that I just automatically assumed that it was a shiny. But here's the thing. I told you guys, no matter what, if we find a shiny Pokemon, we're keeping it. It's going to be part of our team. So if I find a shiny, we're going to have to drop somebody to make room for that shiny. Which is definitely pretty interesting. So, Return there did some pretty good damage. And look at that. I mean, that did nothing really whatsoever to Toros. Here comes the Protect, for crying out loud. Why you got to drop Protects on our Toros here as we're just trying to use Strength to knock you out? But yeah, I was doing a lot of research. I've been watching a lot of Pokemon videos on YouTube as well, just like talking about different moves and matchups and typings and stuff like that. And I saw Toros. I forget, it was just a video like having a Toros from the anime. And I'm like, Toros, I haven't seen that in so long. So I looked up the stats on Toros and I started considering, like, I like some of the things that he can actually do here. Then I looked up where you can actually capture him because I knew he was in the Safari Zone, but I looked around forever in the Safari Zone today and I could not find him. And it turns out Toros Toros can only be found here in Fire Red Omega. This doesn't apply to like other Pokemon games, but here in Fire Red Omega, Toros can only really be found in the Safari Zone in certain areas in the west or the north, and he also has an incredibly low encounter rate. Like, I honestly think shiny Pokemon are about as common as Toros. It took me, no joke, like several hours to actually be able to catch this thing, and that's because of how rare it was. First of all, like it took for freaking ever to find it, but also because it's the Safari Zone, Toros was just constantly running away from me. Like he'd see me, I'd throw some bait at it, it would sometimes stay with the bait, or sometimes it would not, and then it would just flee, and then if it fled, I had to run around for ages again. And keep in mind, because this is an emulator, it's not as if, you know, I'm sitting there like going super slow. I was like going like 10 times the speed, running back and forth in this grass, and I could not find any of those freaking Toros. It was absurd. But as you guys can see there, this is what strength does. It allows you to move those big boulders, and we are going to need to move those big boulders in here to be able to access different areas of the Seafoam Islands as we get further and deeper on into the cave. Spiel, eh? So like I said, so here's an ice type, right? And because I'm a normal type, you know, it doesn't resist me, I don't resist it, we both just do like our normal damage against each other. So like strength is going to do good damage like no matter what against this Spiel, and return's going to do the same thing. Pursuit is a physical attack, but it's a dark move, and the dark moves are a little bit different, right? Obviously that has an actual typing to it. And at any time, I suppose we can also just use rest and heal ourselves up to full, which is actually pretty funny. I probably should have used return right there just to save a couple of uses of strength, but I think that'll be okay for now. Just slowly but surely, we are going to level up our Toros. You can also jump down those holes, by the way, and land where they go, but I think the better thing to do would be to, ooh, a Psyduck, would be to take the actual paths themselves. All right, Psyduck, you guys are actually giving me very little in the way of experience, so I am going to run from you, because it's taking forever here. And can we actually hop on our... Oh, we can be on our bike inside here. Okay. Well, I want to head over this way. I think there are stairs, if I saw that. These freaking Snowrunts are everywhere. And I also like how, since I caught Toros with the Safari Ball, whenever I send them out, you can see the Safari Ball instead of like a regular Pokeball coming out. Now, is there an area over... Yeah, there was an area over here. I knew I saw it. There's also a boulder that we have to drop down inside one of those holes. These Snowrunts are absolutely everywhere, by the way. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, just for the sake of it right now, is we're going to have Toros use rest, put himself to sleep, and instantly heal up all of his hit points. There we go. And then we're just going to run away from this Snorunt. If I actually find the Pokemon I want to battle, we'll wait for Toros to wake up, but this was a nice way for him to actually heal himself. I don't know, maybe I'll actually keep rest. Because that's kind of helpful. At least right now it is. I don't have to like spend potions or anything like that. All right, so... I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think by default, just by using it once, until we enter a new area, we just automatically have strength enabled, which is actually pretty neat. So we just walk up the boulders and start moving them around. And if you mess up your boulder, by the way, like let's say you put it in an area where like you can't move it anymore, if you exit the area and then go back, I think the boulder will be back in its preset default location. We'll just run away from the Golbat. I really don't think it's going to be that much experience, honestly. Although at the same time, I don't believe there are any trainers in here either. Aw, it's a Seal. I like Seal a lot. If I didn't already have my water type in the form of Starmie, I would probably go for a Seal and a Dewgong. Which reminds me, I need to go back... Well, actually, I just need to save up my money pretty much and go back to the Rocket Game Corner. And here's that boulder we dropped earlier. Now we're going to drop it down even further. But I need to go back to the Rocket Game Corner and buy a bunch of coins because I need to get Ice Beam. I really need to get Ice Beam for Starmie. That would be very good. I may use Ice Beam on some other Pokemon as well. You can also get Iron Tail there, which I think would be good for Dragonite, but... yeah, so I think the only thing we had to do right there was drop that boulder down, and now we're going to go and use this other ladder that we found. How many Snowrunts are there in this freaking area, for crying out loud? The only downside of having Toros be our lead Pokemon right now is he intimidates every Pokemon he goes up against to lower their physical attack, and that means that the beginning of every encounter is a little bit longer because you have to wait for the Intimidate animation to play out. Here comes another Seal. So cute. So cute. This area was just so unique to me. I think it's why it's stuck with me all these years. It's just such a unique location. It's completely snowy. I mean, there's no other, it's all icy and snowy, you know, there's no other real snow areas in the Kanto region. So when you actually got to encounter this area, it's like, wow, this feels really unique. It's got this kind of a creepy music in the background. There's a bit of mystery because your first time going through here, you're so confused and you're trying to figure out like, okay, so do I move these boulders? Do I have to move every boulder? Turns out, yes, you have to move every boulder if you want to get through the entire thing. You have ladders going up and ladders going down. There's a legendary Pokemon that we found in here. And when you're a kid, and you hear like, oh yeah, oh, we haven't seen one of these in a while, by the way. When you hear that there's a legendary Pokemon at Seafoam Islands, you're like, wait a minute. Now keep in mind, you know, when Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow came out, you know, it was like, you know, late 90s. Internet wasn't really that big of a thing. Very few people I knew actually had it. There were some people who had internet and they would print out like cheat sheets from like random websites and stuff like that, and they'd bring them to school, and that would just be the guy. Like, that's the guy with the hookup, because he could tell you where to find anything, you know? Because other than that, you'd have to rely on like actual official Pokemon material, like books. Like whenever the Scholastic Book Fair thing would come through and there'd be like a Pokemon guide or a manual in there, we had to buy it. You had to if you wanted to learn like where everything was. It was just a more fun time, you know? And so the first time you're going through the Seafoam Islands and you hear about this legendary Pokemon that can be found there, you're like, wait a minute. What's all this about legendary Pokemon? So you're exploring this for the first time, and you're so nervous, and you're scared, and you're confused, and you're lost, and it just, I don't know. I have so many cool memories, I think, tied to the Seafoam Islands. So it's a cool place. Not to mention, it's a random island out in the middle of the ocean. That's pretty neat. All right, so now we're down here. I should have brought some. I thought to actually buy some repels, but then I'm like, nah, I want to see what Pokemon are down there at the Seafoam Islands. But the problem is, they're all roughly in my level range, and they're all first evolutions that don't really give you a lot of experience whatsoever. Ooh. We have a couple of holes there. So let's go back up. I think there's something, there has to be something up here I need to drop, right? But I don't think there are any things I need to drop. There's no boulders here. So I think I have to go take another ladder somewhere. That'll take me to where a different boulder might be. We shall find out, ladies and gentlemen. We shall find out. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we can't go that way. We have to go down the ladder right here. But I could have sworn I've already gone down this ladder. I'm already lost and confused. Crying out loud. It's funny, man. How many playthroughs have I done of the Kanto region games? Yeah, I'm still just as always confused every Oh, I see. We don't have to stop there. We can keep on going up, and then there's going to be a boulder right there. It's actually... I'm glad I saw that. Aw, Delibird! It's like the Santa Claus Pokemon. It's like a delivery bird. It carries around like a little sack full of presents. And I think it's only moves that gives you presents or something like that. It's a really interesting Pokemon. But we're going to keep on running from it because there's just really no sense in trying to take it on right now. Oh my goodness. How many Pokemon are there here? Oh, Delibird. Delibird. Oh, this is the male Delibird. This one was not happy about us blowing off its little girlfriend there. It's got to prove itself now. But I'm just going to run away because Toros will eat you alive, friend. All right. So we're going to drop this down. And technically, I think we could just drop through the hole and like land where it lands, but I don't want to do that. I want to... We can actually go back to the way we came now that I think about it. And I think the boulder will now be there. Because we just dropped it down right there. Then we can drop it down again. And then maybe head through the hole? I'm not sure. All right. We don't need to go down that one. We need to go down this one over here. Oh, nope. Not that one. That's up. We're going down, not up. Also important to remember. All right. So here we are down. Then, yes, there's the boulder that we just dropped, which we can now drop here. The ultimate goal, I think, is we're taking these boulders and we are blocking off a river or something like that, which allows us, that would otherwise take us downstream, if I remember correctly. Something to that effect. Again, it's been a very long time. This is a neat Pokemon. Spheal, I think is how you pronounce it. Doesn't that turn into Walrein? Or am I thinking of a different Pokemon? Either way, Walrein's a pretty cool Pokemon, I'd say. And that's coming from someone who is like one of the most hardcore Gen 1ers possible. I can't even name half the Pokemon like after Generation 1. Like a lot of them jog my memory when I see them from like Generation 2, maybe Generation 3. But like I said, I've been watching a lot of Pokemon YouTube videos recently, and there'll be like top 10 videos of like, you know, top 10 legendary Pokemon or whatever. And I won't even know who half of those are. like the Regirocks. Apparently, those are things. I don't know. We found a big pearl. That can be sold, can't it? That's not a held item, right? Pretty positive. Let's check. Yeah, you can sell it at a high price. Okay. Like, there's just so many Pokemon that I just don't even know what they are anymore. Apparently, there's a god Pokemon now. Arceus, Arcturus. I don't know. I don't know. I love the Generation 1 stuff so much, you know, and Generation 2 is fun as well. Maybe someday in the future, I'll try and play through. Wow, there's a lot of boulders here. I'll play through like Soul Silver or something like that. I think that'd be fun. Or maybe a regular like old school Silver Gold. Maybe that'd be fun because it's been so long. You know, we can start off with a Totodile. We still have our Totodile sitting in the daycare center, which by this point is probably level 100. Where are we going here? Yes. Okay, so you see how the water right now has a current? The ultimate goal, if I remember correctly, is we're going to drop boulders down to stop that current, because otherwise, as soon as we enter the water, it like takes us to a set location. If we stop the current of the water, we can actually choose where we want to go, and that will allow us to actually exit the cave itself. Pretty positive. Aww! Of course, but is it normal for Corsolas to be like on land? Seems like more of a water Pokemon to me. I don't know. Either way, let's drop some boulders. Ooh, a bit of a puzzle here. Although it's not gonna be that hard, I don't think. The trick is not to mess yourself up, because then you have to go back and then re-enter the room and have them reset, and it can be frustrating. But I think this should be pretty easy to figure out. I mean, the goal is to get them every boulder in there. Okay, so we'll do it this way. Assuming, of course, I can actually move 3 feet without running into a wild Pokemon. I should definitely buy some repels. I'll remember to do that after this episode. Because the game wants you to take on as many of these wild Pokemon as you can. But, I mean, just watch this for example, all right? We're going to wait for Toros to actually wake up. Just wait for it. He's going to spike cannon me. That's fine. Cloyster uses that quite a bit. All right, wake. All right, Toros. How sleepy can you be? You were living out in the Safari Zone, just hiding out in the middle of nowhere, and believe me, you were hiding. It took forever to find you. Then I captured you, and then you fell asleep. That's all you did. But here comes the return. Ooh! Does Corsola have, like, the highest physical defense of any Pokemon ever? Let's see what Strength does. Wow, it's actually resisting. I'm confused as to how it's resisting. Nothing resists normal. Normally. Let's try Pursuit. Being a dark move. Wow, nothing works against this thing. That's actually somewhat scary, I would say. That's somewhat scary. Maybe because it's part rock. It's just got a lot of physical defense. I think that may actually be it. Either way. Do I have anything that we can actually... I have the Moo Moo Milk. So, I was going through my PC. A bunch of Pokemon that I caught at the Safari Zone prior, like the Milk Tank, they had items on them, like Moo Moo Milk. So, I just grabbed all the items off the Pokemon that were in the PC. So, I think... Yeah, maybe Rock does actually resist normal. Either way, we should be okay. So, what I'm going to do here is we're going to knock... Oh, okay. Move you out of the way. Go... Oh... So many Pokemon here. I've got a puzzle I'm figuring out here. Crying out loud. Well, I guess on a seal, I can actually show you guys what I meant to show you. Toros, even though he's in the same level range as the majority of these Pokemon, and this seal is going to stall and go to sleep, because of course it will. A freaking course. It's like playing dead right now. It sees us, we attack it, and then it's just playing dead right now. It's just putting itself to sleep. Oh, goodness. There's a critical hit. All right. And now Seal is going to be asleep again. And we can drop a Pursuit on it, I think. And, okay. So down goes Seal. And 500 XP. It barely moved the bar, you know? Like, they want us to be taking on wild Pokemon. But at the same time, it's like, these wild Pokemon just aren't even really worth taking on. But... as you guys can see, this is how you solve that little puzzle there to get the boulder down the hole. So maybe if we run into, like, I don't know, Golbat again or an actual Dewgong, that'd be cool. Then maybe we'll, you know, actually do some of these battles. But for right now, it's like, we could battle you, and I guess it would be helpful to an extent, but just really not all that much. So, just going to go ahead and keep running from you. And you just hope and pray that I don't run into a freaking bazillion of you every 5 feet. For crying out loud. All right, now can I actually move? Thank you. Okay, so where else can we go from here? Oh, as you guys can see, we have one of our boulders down there already. So we just need to move one more boulder, then come back down to this floor, and we can serve from that staircase. But we need to go up, I think. We have another boulder that we need to drop. So I guess we're going to be trying that. Well, we could actually try and go back down, maybe. Maybe if we go down further, there will be another ladder that takes us up to a different area that we haven't been before. But let's go back up just to get my bearings. I'm already kind of lost as to where I am. Okay, so we came through here-ish. It's hard to tell because the area that we just went through, there wasn't really anything here. Toroses, by the way. I love how it says Toroses. Okay, so here we are. We could continue going up. There's the hole right there that we have to actually get to that one. But how do we get there? It'd be so much better if I didn't have this freaking spiel popping up in my face right now as I'm trying to look. Now, if your evolutionary line wants to come out, I mean, I'd be more than happy to take you on. Okay, so we need to get over there somehow. But as you can see, those rocks right there are blocking it off. We can't go that way. There has to be another way over there. And I don't think it's going to be going up. No, we have to be on that side. Which, weren't we over there before? How did we get there? I'm trying to remember. We were definitely over there because we knocked a boulder down through that hole, I think. And then I think we dropped through the hole. We'll just land where the boulder is, and we can probably move it again. I don't know. Okay, so let's keep going up. It looks like, because there's that Pokeball that's over there as well. There's like a whole area that we haven't actually been to yet. Or if we have, we don't know it that well. So there's the hole. This is where we were before. Let's just drop down the hole, which even makes a fun little sound. There we go. Yeah, this is where we need to go. All right, so let's just move you. And I fell off my bike on the way down. Hope I didn't break the thing. So yeah, just knock that down, hop back on our bicycle, and use our bicycle to climb down this ladder here, which makes tons of sense. A shelter. Aw. Well, at least we actually found something cute here, not the same 3 or 4 other Pokemon we keep running into. Again, if you were a Cloyster, I'd battle you, but, you're just not worthy of his time. Oh, wow. Oh, both boulders are blocking the water now, so the water is actually fine, I think. Oh! Danger, fast current. It's not a fast current anymore, actually. This is a different area than I thought we would be at. Where am I? Well, we're about to find the water Pokemon first. Oh, no! Get Wailmer out of here. Now, Wailmer, I may actually want to take on. If I recall correctly, Wailmer is a big special defense wall, is he not? Nope, he's a physical defense wall as well, I think. Oh, you would use rest. What is with every Pokemon in this cave just using rest? Is it because it's so secluded and all you guys do is sleep here all day? It's all you know how to do? Crying out loud here, man. I don't think it's going to be a ton of experience, but it'll be some experience for our boy Toros. And down it goes. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so... Ooh, there's an item that we can try and get. And that's a fast current. Yeah, the fast current's not going to allow us to go anywhere there. Okay, so we can surf here, but there's really no point, which is kind of neat. I like little stuff like that. What's this say? Danger of fast current. We already read that. I'm an idiot. I remember seeing that sign, but I already forgot that I read it because I was so focused on that Wailmer. A Golduck. That's another Pokemon that would be fun. But it's a psychic water, just like Starmie. And I'm pretty positive Starmie is just better. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive. You're gonna be dropping a Screech on me. You're gonna lower up all my defense. That's all I've got is my defense, man. The little dance it does before it uses return is hilarious, by the way. I wonder if the higher the happiness, the maybe differences return will make in terms of its animation. That'd be interesting. It just kind of bounces up and down, makes a weird noise, and hits them. All right, almost 1,000 XP out of that one. Not bad. All right. Ooh, we have another ladder over here. And another one of these little spheals. It's supposed to be like a seal, but it's like a spheal. They just throw enough in there for some reason. All right, now excuse me. Ooh, there's an item. I thought we can go down this way. These things are everywhere, apparently. But, like, I can honestly say that we have run into more wild Pokemon, I think, in this cave than we did throughout the entirety of Mount Moon, which is, like, widely regarded as, like, one of the most annoying places in the Kanto region because of how many Zubats just randomly appear. And weren't the two boulders in another spot? Hint, boulders might change the flow of water. Yeah, I understand all that. Oh, wait, this is... Okay, I just want to do this so you guys have a full idea of where we are. I think I know exactly where we are. Right over... Oh. Never mind. I thought... You guys remember earlier when we first found the water and I showed you that like the water was like all freaking out and like fast moving and stuff like that? I thought we were on the other end of that. Oh no. We're like pretty much at the end. That's Articuno. We are going to be saving now. And by the way, check out my time played. You think I don't mess around off camera a lot or accidentally leave the game open when I'm done recording and stuff? All the time. Okay, so... Oh, I'm nervous. I saved because I am not above starting over if we don't capture this thing. Because you only get one chance. That's the whole point of legendary Pokemon. Okay, Dragonair. We're going to sending out Dragonair to take on Articuno, and you'll see why here in a moment. All right, here we go. Oh, there it is. Articuno, my favorite legendary bird. Probably my favorite legendary Pokemon in general. I love Articuno, even though it's got very bad typing, being ice flying. Okay, here comes Dragonair. The reason why I wanted Dragonair is Dragonair. Ooh, it's got agility. It's going to increase up its speed. Dragonair can slowly but methodically take down Articuno, I think, via Dragon Rage. We don't have to worry about Dragon Rage accidentally critting and knocking it out or anything like that. And we can also Thunder Wave it, which is going to paralyze it. And when they have those status effects on them, it makes them easier to catch. And not only that, but it's also going to make it slower, which is going to allow Dragonair to, again, get off more attacks and lower down Articuno's defense. Well, lower down its defense of getting captured. Is what I mean. Is what I mean to say. All right, yeah, keep increasing that speed. I don't think it's going to help. All right, so that should be enough. I could probably hit it. That's a risky play, and I don't like it. Goodness gracious, I knew Ice Beam was going to hurt a lot because Dragonair's a dragon type, but wow, I just melted him. Okay, so now we can send out... Typhlosion, because I think Typhlosion will be a big wall for Articuno. The Articuno isn't going to be able to take out, unless it has a water move of some kind, but I don't think it will. I think it's only going to know flying and ice moves, which neither one's going to really hurt Typhlosion. So now I have not a lot, 13 Ultra Balls ready to go. Let's try a Great Ball first, because we have one anyway. We've had one forever. Let's just try it. But now we're just going to sit here and see if we can capture this Articuno. But keep in mind, these Pokemon have a very low catch rate. Like, they're super hard to catch. If you can drop them down to like 1 hit point and paralyze them, they'll still break out of a lot of your Ultra Balls. Keep in mind, don't use your Master Ball. Never use your Master Ball. Except on Mewtwo. Spoiler. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to think, like, I really don't think I have a Pokemon where I'm comfortable trying to hit Articuno again without risking knocking it out. And by the way, let's just go Sunny Day for the fun of it. I don't know. I think it'd be fun just to have a nice sunny day here deep in this cave. It's going to keep on using agility. It's trying to speed itself back up again. All right. I've got 12 more. I'm trying to think. Do I have a low damaging attack anywhere? Gosh, it breaks out immediately. I could potentially... What moves does Dratini... I'm sorry. I mean, I meant to hit summary, not shift. Secret Power might not do a lot of damage whatsoever, especially coming from Dragonair. So if I revive Dragonair and send it back out, there's a risk it might go down immediately. But there's also the chance that it'll lower it down to basically nothing. We also have Starmie here. And Starmie, whoop, it's going to raise that. Its speed won't go any higher. Starmie can confuse it. But the thing about confusion, if it hurts itself too much, it'll knock itself out. But I don't see that happening. So we're going to confuse it. I mean, I am not above reopening my save to retry catching Articuno. So hopefully it just hurts itself once or twice. It's all I really want, just once or twice. Yeah, see, that did very little damage. By the time, I think it'll snap out of confusion before it knocks itself out. Let's go ahead and use another Ultra Ball. I mean, it's got red health and it's paralyzed. It seems like a pretty... Oh! Hey, there we go. All we had to do is drop it down to the red health, and Articuno was caught. Now, I've seen some people suggest that I use Articuno as the 6th Pokemon of our team, which would make sense. It's an Ice type and a Flying type, but we don't have either of those right now. But it's important to remember that we will be teaching Fly to our Dragonite, so that's going to help out. We don't have any inherent, like, flying Pokemon on our team, but I'm okay with that because I really don't like using Legendary Pokemon in my team. It's like, it just feels weird. I know I did it in my original Fire Red playthrough, but I just always felt weird about that. So I like capturing them because if I want to mess around with them or play with them or whatever, I can do that. But I don't like using them as part of my team because they're legendary, right? It's weird, but when I play Pokemon games, I always kind of considered my character to be like an average person. That's how I am in like pretty much every game. And so when I try to say that I'm just like this average Pokemon trainer and I have the legendary bird Articuno, it feels weird, right? The same way it feels weird to, run around with Mewtwo, or if you play like a game like World of Warcraft, it's weird that you're the Ashbringer and you wield the Ashbringer. It's like, I don't want to be that. I want to be an average person, And so that's why I don't like using them. Articuno, one of the legendary bird Pokemon, with its long tail trailing behind, its flying form is magnificent. It's a 5-foot long ice bird. It's so cool. I like Articuno a lot. And now it's going to live out eternity in my PC. All right, so I don't know where we go from here because, like I told you guys, I get confused and lost in here very easily. I'm not sure where else we're supposed to go, to be entirely honest. I imagine we're close towards the end, though, because we're at the very bottom right now, I think. This water may take us somewhere, although I think it might just be a dead end here to our right, but we're going to check regardless. Yeah, it's dead end there. I think we just take this ladder up, and then that'll take us to the exit, pretty much. Yeah, like, look at this. There's really nothing here besides just these... Wait a minute. We were here before. We were definitely here before. All right, we're going back. We're going back. So if we try to exit the way we came, it'll just take us out into the same entrance that we entered through, right? And that's not where we need to go. We need to find another exit to the cave because it takes us to another part of the island that will allow us to surf from Seafoam over to Cinnabar Island. So that's where we need to go right now. And that involves not being here. Although I'm a little bit confused as to where I'm supposed to go then. Dewgong! That's the first one we've actually seen. I like Dewgong. I said I would take on the Dewgong if we actually found one. And we found one, so time for Toros to get a little bit of experience, I suppose. I mean, look at that damage. Not bad. He's faster than the majority of the Pokemon. And Signal Beam did nothing to him. But it did make him confused. Let's see how confused he is. Come on, Toros. Show the... I was about to say, show the people what you got. But... never mind. All right, snapped out of its confusion. And there you go. See that? Only confused one turn. This is a prime Toros, an Angus Toros, if you will. So I guess we have to go back up this way. And then... I think I know where we need to go. But it just involves actually making our way there. Oh, goodness. Now I'm lost. I wish I could grab that Pokeball, but I'm not sure how to get there. I think what we need to do is go back here to the left and then take all the ladders that we took previously, just take them all the way down, and that'll take us to that water area that we found earlier, and I'll actually be able to surf on it now, and that will make it so we can leave, I think. I don't need to go up, I need to go down. I hate when I make missteps because there's always a risk of wild Pokemon appearing, and I'm so over running into all these wild Pokemon. I promise you guys, I will be getting more repels. Well, repels in general. I don't have any. I will be getting repels once we get to Cinnabar Islands, just for situations like this, where if you want to get through, like, repel does not make it so strong Pokemon don't appear, but just makes it so the weaker Pokemon don't appear. And I think the game would consider all these to be weaker Pokemon. I'm not sure how they determine what's strong and what's weak. It might go by your level. I'm not sure. But, okay. Let's drop down here. Hey, this is actually exactly where I wanted to go, because there's that staircase I was telling you guys about earlier, and here's the water that we can now move on. And now we can go, oh, here we go. We can go here, which is somewhere we've never been before. Wait a minute. I apologize for this, because no doubt we're about to run into some wild Pokemon on the way. But if you guys find it odd that there's that little tiny little patch of land that you can go to right next to the water there that doesn't really seem to serve a purpose? I'm wondering if there's a hidden item there. Sometimes I look really smart when I find these hidden items. Other times I look really stupid when there is no hidden item. So I'm going to see. Oh, really? Really? Oh, no. I hate that you can find wild Pokemon by simply looking left, right, and stuff like that when you're just standing still. It's like, I'm not even moving. Come on. But yeah, it seems like a really good spot for a hidden item. Although I don't... There's no hidden item here. So, that's unfortunate. It's worth a shot, though, right? I mean, something cool could have been there. Although, I think normally they only hide, like, paralyzed heals, full heals, awakenings, stuff like that, you know. Typically, they don't hide, like, a super good TM or an HM or anything really important. But still, it's fun to look for those things. I mean, sometimes you find items, like, I don't know, like a black belt or something that way. All right, let's climb up this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have we been here? No, we haven't. This is the exit, I think. Aha, it is. I am so happy. So if you guys can't tell, just to give you an idea of like where we're at exactly, I think we have to battle that girl, which we will be doing. Oh, you can't see it. Right up here, that beach directly in front of us. That's where we started the episode off. You enter the cave from there, and then you go through throughout the entire thing, and then you land on this end of the island, which is completely blocked off. The only way to get here is to either surf over here from Cinnabar, or to go through the entire, Seafoam Islands cave. But I think this lady wants to battle. Yes. Are you on vacation too? No, actually, but I'm ready to battle with my Toros. I'm excited about this. All right, here comes Psyduck. Toros is going to have no problem against the Psyduck. Although, the downside to Toros, or one of them, I suppose, is it does not have a lot of special defense. Therefore, if it's a really high special attacker, that could actually hurt Toros quite a bit. But, as you can see there, Toros is pretty tough. Oh, you copied my stat changes. Well, gee. I guess I should have actually used Pursuit on Psyduck, because that would have been super effective, right? I would think so. Yeah, it's part Psychic, so Dark would have been good against it. Here comes a level... a level 45 Squirtle. I don't know how to break it to you. Maybe she just really likes Squirtle the way Ash likes Pikachu. I don't know. I don't know how to break it to you, but you could have had yourself a Blastoise like 9 levels ago. I'm just saying. And now we're out of strength, unfortunately. But that's okay. All these battles, all these victories, those are just making Toros like me more. Also, the more you like run around with your Pokemon, the more it starts liking you as well. So just getting it up to maximum happiness will be a good thing. Because then our return will start doing good. But then again, your happiness can drop, I think, if you start losing a bunch of battles in a row. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, he does learn Thrash in 1 level, which will be pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, decent damage, but really not what we were hoping for, right? That Signal Beam may confuse me. Nope, it didn't that time. Okay. We could go for a rest at any time, but we're just going to keep on using return, I think. It's going to be slow right now because we are 4 levels underneath, and this is not the best move as of right now, but it'll get better. That's a cool animation. And that's a very painful move. That's a one-hit knockout, that is. I don't even know how that move works. What the heck even was that? Either way, I suppose we'll send out Electabuzz. What the heck was that? That was a cool animation, though. I suppose it's supposed to be a one-hit knockout if it's got that cool of an animation. Either way, that should be a level up for Electabuzz. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. That would have been some good XP for Cross Chop. That would have been good XP for Toros. So Cross Chop's a fighting move. What's it do? 100 damage, 80 accuracy, has a high critical hit ratio. Seems good. It really does. But now that Toros is here, we don't really need that many more physical attacks. Like, it would be nice to have a decent fighting move, because fighting Pokemon are actually pretty good against a lot of different types. Like, they're good against normal types and rock types, and for some reason, ice and dark types. But, I feel like right now we're playing to Electabuzz's strength, which would be all of his special attack, and I think he has a pretty good move pool as is. So I wish I could teach that move to somebody else, but I just don't see it being that good for Electabuzz. No mercy at all. You had no mercy for my poor Toros when you knocked it out in one hit. Poor thing never saw it coming. That was its first Pokemon battle, for crying out loud. Well, against a trainer anyway. Jeez. Poor thing. All right, but let's go ahead and... I'm not going to bother reviving Dragonite right now, because right now I'm just going to try and surf here from Seafoam Islands over to Cinnabar Island. And on the way over, I don't really plan to use Dragonite that much. Mostly it's going to keep on trying to raise up Mr. Toros, but we're not going to be doing it against these wild Pokemon. Yeah, I was going to say, because I imagine all the wild Pokemon here are all going to be super low level. Look at that. Toros would have hit 43 for sure. Ah, it's disappointing. Either way. Ooh, bird man, are ya? I rode my bird Pokemon here. I imagine. I mean, you're on this random little patch of sand here in the ocean. You got yourself 3 Pokemons, do you? Farfetch'd. Now, I heard Farfetch'd actually was considerably buffed with this game. Now, let's try a return. He's probably mad or lost a little bit of his friendship because he got knocked out. Decent damage there. Uh-oh. Here comes a sword dance. It's raising its attack. I don't know if I like that. Do we rest? Do I have a heal? I'm pretty positive. Oh, we have 1 Hyper Potion. I'll use my Hyper Potion. There we go. I'm fine wasting a Hyper Potion right now because I'm worried that this Farfetch'd is going to be really buffed up. Okay, never mind. Never mind. With all of Taurus's physical defense and this being a physical attacker, even when it's buffing up its attack with Swords Dance, between Intimidate and Taurus's defense, it's just not going to do a whole lot. There you go, Toros. I always believed in you. It just keeps buffing itself. Are you going to try to Baton Pass or something? Look at you. For crying out loud. You're buff. You have like 1 hit point left and you're sitting there focusing on buffing up your speed. Either way. Down goes you. Oh, so close. About to send out Fearow, are you? And we are going to just keep on using Return, I suppose. 'Cause that's all we can really do at this point. Until we get our new move for defeating you. Oh, no, now use Return on me. How much do you like? Oh, apparently you don't like your trainer that much. That or I have too much physical defense for you. Or Fearow's not that good of a Pokemon. Which I will still defend it. I like Fearow. Okay, that Drill Peck hurt a little bit, but we can probably finish things off here with a Pursuit. That or it's going to have like 1 hit point. Oh, goodness. That didn't do anything. Alright. Just going to go for a Return, I suppose. I always thought Return was a weird name. It's like, it feels like you're returning something to the Pokemon that you're battling. I don't know. Toros is trying to learn Thrash, but can't learn more than 4 moves. Yes, we're definitely going to drop a move for Thrash. So Thrash has 90 base power, and it rampages for 2 to 3 turns, then becomes confused. So it does a lot of damage, but it will eventually become confused. It's still a pretty good move, though. Here's the thing. I kind of like rest. I kind of like rest on Toros. Am I crazy for liking rest on Toros? I've only used it once, but it's always just nice to be able to heal itself up and heal its status problems. But I don't think it really fits into the playstyle that we're trying to implement with our Toros. So we're going to drop it. We're going to drop rest. He's not real. He's partially a physical wall, but he's not a wall. You know, he's mostly here because he's kind of like a jack of all trades. He's pretty fast. He's got pretty decent attack and pretty decent defense. Like, he's just a pretty good Pokemon in general. And a Pidgeot. Now, let's see who's faster, by the way. Toros. That's what I'm saying. Toros is fast, man. He's faster than a Pidgeot that is 3 levels higher than him. Now, Wing Attack may hurt a bit, but we're about to thrash on him. But here's the thing. Ooh. If I'm confused this turn, Toros may knock it. Oh, a critical hit! The luck! Are you kidding me? The luck there! Who do we do? Starmie is about to get a lot of use in this next gym. For those who don't know, the Cinnabar... it's called the Cinnabar Island. The Cinnabar Island gym is a fire gym. So, Starmie's going to get a lot of use there. So, let's get Typhlosion some reps. Man, that's disappointing. The crit. Although, I think Toros would have had a bit of an issue with that battle regardless, because there was a chance, pretty much 50-50, that it was going to confuse itself on that turn, and it may have hurt itself and knocked itself out. Silver Powder. Who had the Silver Powder? Maybe in the Pinsir I caught. One of the Pokemon I caught was holding that. Okay, so we have a Revive still. But we don't have our Rest, which is unfortunate. Do I even have any more potions, like, at all at this point? Wait, Cleanse Tag. Why? Why did I not see that? I would have definitely had him hold the Cleanse Tag while we were running through there, for sure. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, I sold pretty much everything. I'm broke. Okay. Well, we don't have any more heals. What's this guy got to say, by the way? My birds are exhausted. They can't fly me back. Well, I guess you're camping out on the island tonight, buddy. I just hope you don't get voted off. All right. My boyfriend gave me big pearls. You're just going to be out here swimming in them? Who do you got? Seadra. Okay. All right, Toros, with your not a lot of hit points right now. Are you ready to win? Let's start. Let's just lead with a Thrash, I suppose. Ooh, that's some good damage there. That Twister's not going to do anything. Watch you. Oh, man, it did decent damage. I honestly thought it was going to do less than that, but that did fine damage. So down goes Seadra. If you guys already not like Toros much more than Ditto, here comes a Staryu. Now here's the problem though. Without any potions to like help him out here, he's automatically using Thrash, by the way. But oh, down he goes. Without any way of healing him right now, it's gonna hurt once he gets confused. Yep. That was his third Thrash, so now he's confused due to fatigue, but it's never stopped us before. Let's thrash some more. Come on, Toros, I believe in ya. Yeah, you actually hit it. Now, does Wailmer have physical defense? No. Turns out he's special defense. Okay. It's fun, man. I'm getting into Pokemon again the same way I get into, like, Fallout. You know, like, when I got into Fallout 4, it was like, gosh, there's just so much to learn about, like, all the Fallout games. I want to play through them all, and I don't want to... Shouldn't even say it. I've tossed around the idea of doing, like, a blind Fallout 3 playthrough. Because I've done a bit of New Vegas before, but I think 3 might be interesting. It'd be an area that's similar to where we're going to be in Fallout 76, and it's got some stuff in there about Fallout 76 with, like, the Citadel and stuff like that. I've never played it before, so it might be fun. I don't know. But when I do, like, research and stuff like that on Pokemon games, it's like, holy crap, there is just so much that I don't know. And it's fascinating to learn all of it. Like, I have so many years worth of catch up. Like that Wailmer that we saw. I don't remember, like... Okay, Starmie's definitely outspeed me, by the way. I don't remember, like, if it's a physical defender or a special defender or how good its attack is or its hit points or anything like that. Like, I don't know these things. And it's fun. How's Toros faster than a Starmie? That's confusing. But yeah, it's just so much fun to try and learn, like, relearn like all these stats for the different Pokemon and stuff. I like it a lot. Okay, we got to use a Swift. That was a bad idea. If it were to have used a special attack, it probably could have knocked me out. Oh no! Okay, I have no way of healing Toros, so we're gonna have to swap for... We'll go Typhlosion, because I think it's going to try using a Swift anyway. I somehow doubt it's going to use a water move. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to use Swift, and then we could probably just take it out here with a Crush Claw. Yep, assuming it doesn't attack first, and it didn't. Ah, poor thing. I have no way of healing it. I kind of miss Rest already. I really do. It was kind of like a nice bulky... It was a bulky Pokemon that could just keep on using Rest, but... Alright, so here we are on this island. Is there even a sense in keeping... Is there even a sense in keeping Toros as my main fella right now? Maybe we should just... Yeah. We'll just swap Toros out for right now. Because he's going to get knocked out by one move anyway. Oh, we still have it. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're right here by Cinnabar Island. I can just hop on the Cinnabar Island, use the Pokemon Center, then head back out to sea for a moment and have Toros take on those Pokemon. There we go. That's easy enough. It looks like our Starmie is about ready to level up. But welcome to Cinnabar Islands, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of a preview of the next episode, I suppose. I don't want to show you guys too much what's going on here, but there's a lot to do here on Cinnabar Island. Much more than Seafoam Islands, it's actually populated. It's an actual city with a gym and a research laboratory and an old mansion and creepy experimentation and a fun glitch that I don't think you can do. I forget what all you had to do to get Missing No to appear, but if you have the time, like after this episode, like if you guys just want to look it up for the fun of it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the Missing No, like the Legend of Missing No or something like that. It involved just surfing up and down on this island right here. Missing No was basically like a glitch in the game, and it's a glitched Pokemon, like all things considered. Cinnabar in the west has a lab for Pokemon. My daddy works there. Okay then. Poliwhirl. Gonna lower that attack of the poor Poliwhirl, the poor thing. Do I go right for the Thrash? I think we can start using Strength, I guess. Thrash is really good, but I think if you lead with Thrash, it can actually hurt you a little bit because then you end up confusing yourself. Like right now, we don't really need to use Thrash because it's only the first Pokemon. But how many does she have? Does she have 2 or 3? Honestly, I've already forgotten. Level 44. So I can learn it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to learn anything. About to send out Melonic. Yeah, since this is the last... Milotic. Since this is the last Pokemon, now we can use Thrash. It's going to do a lot of damage, more so than Strength. And who cares if I get confused? You know, it's the last Pokemon that's coming out. Although, it healing itself kind of hurts. Unless I get a crit. Yeah. You would just keep on recovering. Why not do a real move instead? It might be more fun. Oh, we got a little bit unlucky there. We only got 2 Thrashes off before we were fatigued. All right, Toros. You would hurt yourself, buddy. Here comes a Hydro Pump. That may actually hurt a lot. We don't have a ton of special defense. Woo! All right, Toros. As much as I love you, buddy, we're going to have to swap you out. And do I dare try to put out Dragonair against this thing? I don't see why Dragonair would be particularly bad. It's going to keep on recovering anyway. It just assumes I'm going to hit it. Let's go with a Thunder Wave to slow things down a little bit, and then we're going to chip away at it with Thunder Wave. And thank you for the tip in the comments of the previous episode, by the way. I will, as says I am to say, I will be keeping Dragonair for an extra level. Those who don't know, Dragonair turns into Dragonite at level 55, but at level 56, Dragonair learns Outrage, which is a very good move. Very, very good move that you would like to have. And Dragonite learns Outrage at like 61. So if you want Outrage much faster, you just have to suffer through one more level with your Dragonair. And so I will be doing that so we can get Outrage pretty much immediately. trying to think what other moves to put on Dragonite, though. I think Dragon Claw is pretty much going to be a solid lock-in. It's going to be a stab physical move. I'm thinking about giving it Ice Beam just to have a bit more utility, but it doesn't seem like Ice Beam's going to be that helpful for a dragon. But then again, it's good to have that stuff in general. Iron Tail seems like it might be good. Earthquake, maybe. But then again, I'm thinking about teaching Earthquake to Toros because, you know, physical attacker. But then again, Dragonite's also a physical attacker, a better physical attacker even. So, don't know. Really not sure. There's lots of moves. This team's move set is definitely going to be changing around quite a bit between now and the Elite Four. But the Elite Four itself, I'm really looking forward to that. Because to me, like, the most fun part of the game, right, is taking on all the various gyms and stuff like that. And the Elite Four, I imagine they are going to be insane. I swam here from Cinnabar Island. It wasn't easy, I tell you. It wasn't really that far, to be honest. By the way, oh, a Lickitung. That's pretty much a pure physical attacker to my understanding, which is, I'm hoping Toros is going to be able to survive it with its 32 hit points. I mean, it's faster, so let's just get this hit off right away. There we go. All right, one more of those, that's all we need. And that Stomp should not, yeah, that shouldn't do a lot of damage at all because we have so much defense and it lowered its attack. Oh, come on with that. All right, the wrap is a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Let's go for a strength again. I could have used the pursuit, but whatever. You never know if we're going to heal. About to send out Mr. Mime. Well, unfortunately for me, Mr. Mime does hurt Toros because special attacker and he's got full hit points. I don't think I can take it out in one hit, although it's possible. Is it though? Is it possible Thrash could take out Mr. Mime? I'm going to try it. I don't think it will. I know Mr. Mime does not have a lot of physical defense. Ah, see that? Wait, what's Trick? I only know what Trick does, but it was a waste of a move. He actually took him out. There we go. And once we get Toros up a bit more, with its levels and stuff, its attack will get better. And I will be trying my best to give it, is it Protein that increases its physical attack? I will be trying to do that. I took on this trainer before, didn't I? I'm almost 100% sure I did, but let's be completely sure. Hey, yeah, okay. Sorry, friend. I didn't mean to jump on the island either. I just want to say hello. But yeah, those are all the trainers on the ocean between the Seafoam Islands and the Cinnabar Island. So, I suppose that is all for this episode of the Pokemon Fire Red Omega playthrough. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. These episodes keep getting longer and longer, it seems like. I always anticipate them being short, but then there's always just more I want to do, and it's because I freaking love this series. Part of me wants to explore the edges of the island here to see if there's any trainers, but it doesn't look like there are any trainers, so I suppose now will be a very good time to end things off. In the next episode, we will be doing our best to maybe take on... I don't think we're actually going to be able to take on the gym next episode. There's some other stuff we have to do before then. But definitely the Pokemon Mansion. And I will be buying some repels. And also, we're also going to have the... Oh, I didn't want to talk to you. We're going to be having the research laboratory as well, which is going to be pretty interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Drop me a rating. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.